Greetings, this is Jim Todd with Video Surgeon, and welcome to another sneak peek to Video Surgeon version 2. Today I wanted to focus on and talk a little bit about the looping setup that we're going to have in version 2. As you may know, if you have version 1 or have looked at it, you can only set up a single looping area in version 1, and it's a bit clunky. Version 2 is going to be very much like Song Surgeon version 3 and version 4 if you're familiar with it, and that is you're able to set up an unlimited number of loops. So that's the first thing that's going to be different, and as you can see here at the bottom I have 4 different individual loop areas set up. You can customize each one of them, and the way you do that is you have your progress indicator inside of a loop, and you select the edit button here in the loop control section, and it opens up. And let's take a look at what we see here. You can rename the loop. Instead of L4 you could call it ending solo, for example. You can adjust the time, the beginning and the ending loop points. You can adjust the pitch, as well as obviously doing it up here on the GUI. And you have the loop count. Now let's just talk a little bit about the loop count. By 999 we essentially mean unlimited or infinite. If you want it to only loop a specified or definitive number of times and then break out of the loop, you can change this to 5 or whatever number you want to. And the other thing is the delay at the end, and what that means is that as this plays and as it gets to the end of a particular loop that it's in, if you put a delay in here, let's say 5 seconds, that means it'll hit the ending loop area L4 here, and it will pause 5 seconds, which gives you a chance to sort of regroup your fingers. If you're a musician, regroup your brain if you need to do that for something else. So it gives you a bit of a time, and you can specify that. And so the very nice feature here is that each of these looping areas is customizable, not only with the number of loops and the delay, but also the tempo or the pitch. So, you could have this one set at 30%, this one set at 75, this one set at 50, and this one set at 25. And that would be customized to each particular area of a video that you want to learn, because you need to slow some down more so than you do others. And this gives you the ability to do that. The other thing that you can do is in the loop control section here, if you use the jump to buttons, you can jump backwards as I am here, or you can jump forward. So it allows you to easily navigate from loop to loop to loop. Another thing that I'll mention, and I think most of you know this, but each of these loop areas, as it's looping and as you have the tempo slowed down, you can also, of course, zoom in. And then the last thing about these loop areas that I'm going to mention, and we aren't going to go into any detail in this one, perhaps we'll do this in the next training video, is the export button. Like Song Surgeon, this new version of Video Surgeon will now allow you to export. And what do we mean by that? Export means that it will create a new file. So if we export the entire video and we have loops set up, that means that it will indeed export this entire video from start to finish. But as it encounters a loop, if we have this one set at 30%, when it creates this piece of the video, it will slow it down to 30%. This one's at 50%, it will slow this one down to 50. If this one's at yet a different one, it'll slow it down. So essentially it creates a new video for you, and you can specify the format, AVI, MPEG, whatever format you like. And it creates this new video that have these tempo or key. I've not been talking about pitch or key, but either tempo or pitch changes, whatever changes you've made to these loops, they will be embedded permanently in the new video that's created. So you can then make this portable, you can take it with you, you can burn it to a DVD, you can play it on some other player. It will retain whatever tempo and or key settings that were in these loops on export, and that's a great feature. So that will conclude this sneak peek video on the development of Video Surgeon version 2, and remember that this is both for Mac and Windows. Thanks for watching. Bye.